Sidney Crosby is the heartbeat of the Penguins.
Sidney Crosby is the ultimate package as a hockey player.
Crosby's in a fight with fans.
Sidney Crosby is breathtaking. You hold your breath almost every time he touches the puck.
Sidney Crosby is so many things.
Sidney is very successful, but not by luck.
Sidney Crosby is a winner.
He wants to win above all else.
Sidney Crosby is a human highlight reel.
Score! Penguins win!
Sidney Crosby is a rock star.
Want to get a picture?
Does it get annoying with all the cameras around?
Look at those things, they're hiked right up there. Setting up for the kill right now.
They said a penguin, they didn't say Sidney Crosby.
Sydney is driven.
Sidney Crosby is determined to be the best hockey player that he can be.
Sidney Crosby is a great hockey player, but more importantly, he's a great person.
Sidney Crosby is a remarkable young man.
Sidney Crosby is Sidney Crosby. There's nothing you can compare it to.
Sidney Crosby is the future of the National Hockey League.
Sidney Crosby is a godsend to Pittsburgh hockey.
Sidney Crosby is going to go down as the best hockey player.
Sidney Crosby is the NHL.
Thank you, my hero.
I think most people look at the city of Pittsburgh, even today, unfortunately, and think that's the steel town. And they think about all the smoke and all the soot and the dirt and all the things that characterized Pittsburgh back when it was the center of the steel industry in the world, really. It's not like that anymore. I mean, we've been in transition really for over 20 years since the mills have really basically shut down. But it's a very beautiful city, the city of the Three Rivers, and I think anybody who comes here for the first time is really struck not only by that beauty, but also by you know, the strength and the vitality of the people here.
If you walk down the street, somebody will say hello to you. They'll shake your hand. They'll help you out. If you need directions, you ask them, they'll give them to you. So the people are very friendly.
There's a lot of ethnic neighborhoods, a lot of lunch pail people in the sense, you know, you go to work, you work hard, you do what you're supposed to do, you do the right thing, and, you know, people respect that around here.
I think it's still mentally a blue-collar town, and I think that's why it's known as such a great sports town, because the people are just so wrapped up in what happens here in the teams here, and you've seen that with the Steelers and Pirates for years.
You know, the Pirates really were the focus of most sports interests for a long, long time in this city. And then as the Steelers got good in the 1970s, the interest in that team picked up. And a lot of people here in Pittsburgh didn't really get exposed to hockey until Mario Lemieux came in 1984, and that's when it took off.
He is off, racing it all alone. Lemieux, his first shot on goal, and he scores!
There was a huge wave of kids grabbing hockey sticks and skates and saying to their mom and dad, hey, I want to play hockey. There's this French-Canadian kid that I really like that's playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I want to try this sport.
Mario. Yeah. People were able to kind of open up and include the Penguins besides the Steelers and really become a good hockey town.
You gonna score a hat trick tonight? This is my first game, do it.
I've always been a Penguin fan. I remember back when Mario was playing and they were winning the back-to-back Stanley Cups, and it was incredible.
2 seconds, the Penguins are going to win the Stanley Cup, I believe. Stelio shoots it blocked. The Penguins have won the Stanley Cup. Oh, Lord Stanley, get me the brandy.
The fact that hockey became a sport that really anyone paid a lot of attention to, and certainly the masses in Pittsburgh, was due to Mario Lemieux.
The bond between the city of Pittsburgh and Mario Lemieux is something every player dreams of. But the Penguins' success didn't last forever. The franchise fell in hard times. Their future in Pittsburgh was in danger. The fans were hungry for the kind of excitement Mario and those Penguins generated. They wanted the glory days back. On July 29, 2005, the Pittsburgh Penguins were one of 30 teams I used to watch on TV. On July 30th, that changed forever.
It's a very, very, very lucky day for our organization, our city, and our fans worldwide. On behalf of Mario Lemieux and the entire ownership group, Pittsburgh Penguins select from Rimouski in the Quebec Major Junior League, Sidney Crosby.
I was anxious to show them they'd made the right choice.
And Crosby can win it.
The NHL was everything I dreamed it would be.
Crosby scores!
Even better, I got to play alongside Mario in his final season. It was an amazing learning experience. I was a sponge, soaking up every ounce of advice he could give me. The expectations people had for my rookie class were pretty high. We were part of a new generation. I worked as hard as I could to help the Penguins turn things around.
And here's Crosby on a breakaway. The game on his stick. Score!
By my second season, we felt like we were making progress. We weren't an easy team to play against anymore.
You know, so Sid the Kid was a guy they drafted, and, you know, if you look at what he's been able to do for that franchise and that city, has been tremendously good at such a young age, just like myself.
Well, you think back when Mario came, he took the team all the way up. Now, I didn't think anybody could be as good or do as much as Mario, but Sidney has really sparked the city.
Well, I think the people from Pittsburgh love Sidney Crosby from the moment they saw him play, and one of the reasons for that is his style of play.
When you watch Sidney Crosby, you realize just how fearless he is. He never gives up on a play. He's always working.
Sid's blue-collar work ethic, stick your nose in there to get the job done. He bonded, and vice versa, with the people here immediately. And they sensed that Sid was real, that he didn't put on any airs. He was what he appeared to be. And that kind of athlete has always appealed to Pittsburgh fans.
By the summer of 2007, we were on the right track. We wanted to keep building momentum, keep getting better. We also wanted to let our fans know we appreciated their support.
You're always looking for ways to reach out to your fans, and we had record season ticket sales this summer, in large part because of Sid and our young team. Just thought it'd be cool if we get some players and go out, randomly select season ticket holders, and just hand deliver their season tickets. So obviously Sid was going to be part of that. He embraced it. And we didn't tell the people that a player was coming. We just said somebody important from the Penguins organization. So these people really had no idea, and they certainly didn't know it was Sid.
Oh, God, we got dogs. We got dogs. Hello.
I can't believe it. Sidney Crosby delivered my ticket.
Before we went the honeymoon for season 2.
Nice, nice. That's a great story.
They said a Penguin. They didn't say Sidney Crosby.
All right. I'm a Penguin, right? We appreciate your support and hope you have a good year here.
Well, next to Mario, you're the best.
All right, thanks. I think we're getting close here. The last one here, so hopefully it goes well and smooth.
I'm sitting in here, and I see a car pull up, and I said to my friend, okay, they're here, let's just wait. And the doorbell rang, and I opened the door.
Oh, my God, Sid!
How you doing?
Oh, my God, I said if it was you, they needed EMS.
I had an out-of-body experience. I didn't notice his jersey. I didn't notice the C. I was just so thrilled to see him.
Oh, I can't believe it.
You got the jersey up and everything. Hey, you're all ready?
Your stuff in the other room. You have to come in and see it.
Okay, I'll come see it. Let's go.
And like a good kid from Nova Scotia, he was taught to take his shoes off. So all the other adults walk in, we don't take our shoes off. Sid takes his shoes off, Mr. Polite.
I thought, oh my gosh, did his parents raise him right?
And I have some cookies for you.
Oh, really? I don't know if I can eat those right now.
Well, I'll give them to you. And I have something that's healthy. They're oatmeal with whole wheat flour.
I'll eat them then.
So
I'll eat them.
I said I'll make chocolate chip. My son said no, oatmeal is healthy.
Good call.
Guess who's here? Sidney Crosby. He's going to talk to you, hon. Hold on a minute.
Matthew. Good, how are you? I'm in your pool room here. Nice little spot.
It was like, what do you say? You know, I just thanked him probably 3 times in the 90 seconds that we talked. But I didn't want to take the time up for him to be here with her. And
I was like, just thanks for coming. Like, you don't even know how important this is and how awesome this is. You guys do this stuff for people.
She did. Good call on the oatmeal raisin, too. I don't know if I would have been able to eat the chocolate chip, so it's a little bit healthier. I like that.
It was just unbelievable. He, such a genuine person. I have 2 sons, and he just reminds me of them growing up.
Take care.
Oh, thank you.
All right, we'll see you.
There was definitely a buzz around the city, and not just because we were hand-delivering season tickets. Expectations were high. We had made the playoffs, and everyone wanted more. As a group, we were growing. We had a young core with myself, Evgeny Malkin, Marc-Andre Fleury, and Jordan Stahl. Our defense had guys like Ryan Whitney and Sergei Gonchar. We had veterans like Gary Roberts and Mark Recchi. And we signed Peter Sikora and Daryl Sador. Some of the new expectations probably had to do with the success I had last year, winning the Art Ross and the Hart. And now I was going to be the youngest captain in the NHL. Honestly, being captain was something I didn't feel ready for when it first came up early in the year. But after going through the playoffs, I felt ready for the responsibility. Obviously, the best way I could lead was to let actions speak louder than words. The letter wasn't going to change me at all. Still, we were all so excited at training camp, but nobody ever won a cup in September.
He didn't expect to start where they finished last year. Based on my conversations with him this summer, he turned the page on last year, and he knew that this year wasn't going to be easy.
Need some passing to get sharp a bit. Yeah. So just carrying it length of the edge. Hey, let's work. Hey, Sabu, go in there. If I'm here, I'd like to be a little bit out because Army's going to be right in my lane.
So I think what Sid's responsibility will be this year is to keep it in perspective, to be able to perhaps face adversity, maybe disappointment, and handle it in such a way that will make him better in the long run, or make the team better in the long run, and make the fans in Pittsburgh understand that this is a process.
Like, hold the puck like beside you, fake to go high glove. You always go high glove so he's going to think it, then stick handle to your left and shoot low blocker.
His rookie season, he was Sid the Kid, and he was kind of playing alongside Mario Lemieux. Last season, it was what can Sidney Crosby do without Mario Lemieux. This season is really what Sidney Crosby going to do as captain of the Pittsburgh Penguins. So, is this the season of the captaincy? Well, so far, but it could be also the season of a Stanley Cup if things go a certain way.
Bad.
Well, it appears Sidney Crosby will lose his first game as captain of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and you know that won't sit well on the plane ride home. He'll be raring to go tomorrow against Anaheim.
And that's it. The Penguins lose the season opener 4-1.
24 hours later, we had our home opener against the Anaheim Ducks. It was a huge challenge to face the defending Stanley Cup champions right off the bat. For me, I was thinking about the game, but I was also thinking about the night they won the Stanley Cup last June.
I was watching it on TV, and I think that's the first time I've ever watched, and no disrespect to Niemeyer, but I didn't have that feeling of being happy seeing that cup raise. I mean, usually every year you watch it and it's special. I mean, you see how happy guys are, but for me, that's 1 year gone that I don't have the opportunity to win it. So I think that's the first time I could honestly say that I felt like that. I'm about 20 minutes away, so it's not too long, but it's not too short. Just put on the radio and just relax. I like pretty much everything. I mean, no certain style, I don't think. I guess you could say top 40 stuff when it comes to the radio. I'm always kind of switching stations. There's a guy here at every light. Every time I come to the rink, he waits at the light. He's got like a collection. I don't know how big it is. I don't know what he does. He might sell it. I don't know. Here he comes.
Thanks, Sidney. Have a great game. Have a great season, too.
There you go. Good luck, Sid.
Thanks.
And the captain of your Pittsburgh Penguins, wearing number 87, Sidney Crosby!
Roberts with a good pass to Kobe Armstrong. Cut over the pass, but he has the puck, and he lets the shot go, and a delayed penalty call, and scores! Kobe Armstrong ties it for the Penguins. He beats Hiller like a rooted mule, and he doesn't know what happened to him. Kobe Armstrong, the goal.
Becky winds it around from Malkin. Threw a shoulder into O'Donnell. Great play. Quick shot, save, rebound.
Hey! Go middle, go middle! Hey! Man on! Reverse!
Come on, get him through,
Back in front, Malkin. He shoots and scores. Evgeny Malkin from Sakura, and the Penguins have the lead, 3-2.
Throws it back to the net. Forey makes the save. Corey Perry right in front as time expires. The Penguins are going to win the hockey game. It's nothing but zeros on the board.
We definitely have some room to improve. We're creating some good chances again. Goalie made some big saves tonight. I think just we got to keep pressing like we are. And it's the first few games of the season, and you got to find your spots and things like that on the ice. And I thought we were doing a better job that year.
I think the biggest thing about that night, really, was that we beat the Stanley Cup champions. And to see Sidney wearing the captaincy at home for the first time, the buzz in the building was, what will this team do next?
We didn't exactly get off to a scorching start. We were inconsistent more than anything, and that was really frustrating. In this league, a slow start is dangerous. It can make for a long season.
In the last two games, Bob, they could have done a lot better. I mean, they had 2-goal leads in both of them and let them slip away.
You know, like the year before, I think we had forgotten a little bit how hard we had to work night in, night out. I think we had forgotten how disciplined we had to be night in, night out. And I think we've forgotten how focused we had to be on our system and the type of game that we were supposed to play.
And then the expectation level, I think, of all the fans in Pittsburgh and everybody in the NHL community was, hey, this team's got to be the best team in the East or one of them. What's wrong with them? And I think that started to gnaw at them and cause some problems.
The expectations didn't help, but they're something I've dealt with for a long time. You can't worry about them. You just have to do your job, and one of my jobs is to produce. But still, it's no fun having personal success while we struggle as a team.
Malkin to Crosby, to Malkin, to Crosby, the shot, he scores! Sidney Crosby!
Crosby on an 11-game point-scoring streak, and he has scored goals in 4 straight games.
19-game point streak, Sidney Crosby. He just keeps on rolling.
Crosby breaking in, score! Sidney Crosby with a 4-point night.
In the end, I'd take a 19-game winning streak over a 19-game scoring streak any day. The sun was setting on the first quarter of the season, and we weren't playing up to our potential. Losing stinks. It really does. By the middle of November, we lost 4 in a row, and 8 of 10. We fell to last in the division. In early December, we headed to Western Canada. I was pretty psyched to play there for the first time as a pro, even if Sicky was going to wear that hat.
I knew it's gonna be crazy because in training camp we went to Montreal and people were all over him. You know, they were standing by the hotel at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, it's just amazing.
You got to remember, he was already a huge star and a huge hero in Canada because people had chronicled this kid's life. He already had a couple of books written about him, so everybody knew about the kid from Nova Scotia and Cole Harbour, and so a chance in Western Canada to see him was going to be huge.
We arrived in Edmonton. We got to the team hotel, and there were at least 20 cameras and numerous newspaper magazine outlets waiting for an initial press conference just for Sidney to say, "Hi, I'm here in Western Canada."
And did you have expectations coming to the West finally after 3 seasons?
Probably something similar to this. I try not to have too many expectations. I think I've learned after a while it's better that way. You know, it's a lot of guessing going on if you're doing that, whereas if you just approach it the same way, it's a lot easier.
Cameras followed his every move. The stands were packed for his game day skate, and a special news conference was set up for his post-practice comments.
It's just a circus in here today, and it's not because we've won 3 in a row. It's obviously because Sid's in town.
That's all right. It's all right.
It was really great. He was like a rock star. It was very much like watching the Beatles, I would think, when they came through and there was just a mob of fans everywhere we went. The hotel, outside the arena, fans screaming his name everywhere we went.
Thank you, my hero. And if you think that this is a Sidney Crosby show in the third period, you're right.
Crosby, flip it over center point to Gonchar. The point man shoots it. Off of Malkin. Crosby got him left side. Shot by Whitney. He converts. The Penguins get a power play goal. It's 4-2 Pittsburgh.
You know what's amazing, too, Bob, is that this is so reminiscent of the kind of stuff that Wayne Gretzky would do. I know.
I went to places I never thought I'd be going to there. You know, back caves, tunnels out of hotels, like everything. We did it all.
It was electrifying. I mean, you look around just in warm-up, and our end would be full with fans, but the other end, there'd be nothing.
Here comes Sid, and the fans all standing here at the Saddle Dome. And it comes right to the stick of Sidney Crosby. Shooting save, rebound of Crosby, backhand shot wide.
When I was out for that Western trip, Pittsburgh-Vancouver, earlier this year, you could not turn on a television station without them talking about Sidney Crosby.
There is a phenomenon taking place in Vancouver tonight, the Sidney Crosby marketing machine.
Man City will finally get to see the real deal.
And Crosby t-shirts, jerseys, and hats have been flying off of store shelves.
And they're all on their feet at GM Place, and they'll tell you how this turns out.
It had to be a little bit tiresome for him, having to deal with all the media and the expectations and the pressure. But I thought he handled it very, very well.
Here comes Chris Letang. He won the shootout in Calgary the other night. And he's won it here. Pittsburgh has swept its Western tour.
Wow, what a way to end such a unique trip. I'm sure the fans were thrilled since they got to see some great hockey. And I was happy because we were only a few points out of first place. We might not be the best dancers around, but we had lots to be happy about.
The Bruins and Penguins, the game is on. Armstrong loses to Crosby to Malkin, he scores! 55 seconds into the game, Crosby makes a lightning cross-ice pass, and Evgeny Malkin buries it. And Gonchar quickly moves it to the right wing to Colby Armstrong. Crosby goes to the net. Here's the shot. He scores! Sidney Crosby steers it in underneath Tim Thomas. And the Pittsburgh Penguins lead 2-0. Malkin and Crosby cashing in. Ferentz on the poke check. Crosby tries to sweep it in front. Weidman gets a piece. Letang toward the middle of the wrist shot. Save Thomas. And Crosby's in a fight with Ferentz.
From playing with him before, he always talks about getting into fights. It's like talking about other guys on the team that he might fight. So, I mean, he's been wanting to do it actually for a long time.
We have talked about fighting before that actually happened. I've shown, the guys how to fight and protect themselves a little bit, and I thought he did a really good job in his first hockey fight.
Absolutely beautiful. Sidney Crosby's got the Gordie Howe hat trick. He was throwing him his own rights.
I think that's also very much part of something that Sidney Crosby really, really strives to do, and that's to be known and wants everyone to know that he's, regardless of his numbers, he's another hockey player and is willing to do all the things all the hockey players are asked to do.
As a captain, it's those types of things that really endear you to your teammates. They don't feel that you're out there looking for their protection, that you're able to stand up, defend yourself, but more than anything, it sends a statement to the team that I will do whatever it takes to push us forward.
December was turning into a great month. I felt better about the team and better about myself. And that made taking care of business off the ice a whole lot more fun.
There's the activity proof and the mega hole. I'm armed and ready. So I think I have to go with the activity proof because they're going to be probably sweating a bit. Big decision.
Okay, here comes the fun part.
You guys don't want to get too close to me. This gear is awful. Reeks.
Would you prefer Sid or Sidney?
It doesn't matter.
The main thing is obviously getting the sweat going because that's a whole Gatorade moniker, right?
Let's do it going into a face-off shot, okay?
If I do like this, it just means tilt your head this way.
There's an art to this, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Ready, and loose, Sidney, and action.
Chin up a little bit.
Sign it with this. Let's see how you look when you're drinking.
Okay, that's good. That's up just like that.
You want to get a picture?
Excellent.
And at the same time, go pow, 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 pow. And again, ready, go, pow.
This is so funny.
For preschool, he graduated. He stood up and said, I want to be Sidney Crosby when I grow up.
Okay, cool.
How does it make you feel today to be involved in something like this?
Oh, it's fun for us. I mean, this is easy for us to come here and be around these kids. I feel like Elvis Stoico. Is he nice to you? No. Want me to get him? Awesome crowd.
You got the big crowd.
You get ketchup on your hat? Pow, pow, pow. Go.
Like, but hold it, go, okay?
Keep taping her.
Tell him to stop. Go. Go. I can't take this serious. I signed on the dotted line. 4 hours.
We came out of the Christmas break fully recharged. I felt pretty good about the team, and we were all excited to be under an even brighter spotlight as the new year approached.
Minute 15 to go. Now the Sabres will go back to work on their offense as they try to tie this game in the final moments. Finnegan with a shot. It's blocked. Colby Armstrong with an empty net ahead just hands it off to Sidney Crosby. He goes left side. Malkin's going to walk it to the goal. And the Penguins seal the deal.
Yes, he did it. Yes.
The Penguins, they're going to go outdoors with a big win in the first of the indoor-outdoor matchup.
Big win, Halsey. Big win. Here, where are these? These are the new ones. These are the ones for the outdoor game.
My son has cystic fibrosis. He was diagnosed a couple months after birth.
Look what I got on. Outdoor game.
How do they feel?
Good.
Yeah?
Sid especially has been phenomenal.
Right now? No.
To see that somebody that has so much can take the time to do something so little, it's just amazing.
You can go on Trust Savvies.
Who's?
Savvies.
Savvies. It's got all the nicknames down, too.
Sidney, playing outside obviously presents some interesting challenges. What is your expectation in terms of what it's going to be like from a crowd standpoint? Have you ever played in front of that large an audience before?
No, never. You know, it's something I think we're all looking forward to play in front of that many people.
Go home, Penguins! They're going home a loser!
So I think we all feel pretty fortunate to be a part of the two teams that are playing. For fans and players, it's exciting, and I think it's going to bring attention, and I think we're all feeling pretty lucky we have this chance.
It's a rollicking scene in Buffalo, New York, as the NHL has taken it outside, where the Pittsburgh Penguins and Buffalo Sabres are set to play, despite the chill and the snow that's been falling all morning, and more than 73,000 are here to witness it, in the game they're calling the Winter Classic.
Some of you may be seeing Sidney Crosby play hockey for the very first time. He wears his birth date and his birth year on his back, 87, August 7th of 87. Leads the entire NHL in assists. Youngest captain in history. We waited a long time for someone like this. Now he's here. Sidney Crosby's line starts against that of Tim Connolly.
Everything forward. Let's just go. Let's skate. All right, boys, everybody work hard. Here we go.
And the face-off controlled by the Pens.
Here comes Crosby. Got by Campbell. They score!
21 seconds into this Winter Classic, Sidney Crosby sets the stage for the first goal.
Sick move, bro. Hey, we don't even got to worry about passes. Just get it going forward. They can't handle it. A bouncing puck's harder.
Oh, Crosby able to finesse by. What a play.
Boys, you got to just chop that forward all the time.
Good, strong play by Pittsburgh this period.
Keep shooting, boys. That net, the rebounds are there.
We got to go out and win a period to win a game. Let's go win this period. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on.
Buffalo has a good start to this second period. The cross-ice pass and a quick shot. Campbell scores! 1-1 through 2.
We were saying before the game, this is going to be a unique experience. But to make sure it's going to be unique, we got to win the game.
We got to start playing physical, boys.
Crosby on the attack.
Okay. 1 for 1.
A little over 5 minutes to go in a 1-to-1 tie. The Flakes are much larger than they were even 2 minutes ago.
And the fans in the lower bowl are all on their feet.
Crosby tries to finesse his way through. Down to the ice he goes.
Outdoor rules, boys. That's how she goes.
Jokin hashed off the draw. The puck is loose. A hooking call as time runs out in the third period.
You guys put the whistle away for half the game, and you're going to call that going to overtime?
4-on-3 power play here in OT.
Come on, boys, kill this. Come on. Good battle, Bugsy. Good battle.
Pominville shoots. Conklin's looking for the puck, and he got the quick whistle.
He had the puck the whole time. Boyer.
Here's Tim Connolly on the backhand, and he couldn't get a really good shot of it in behind the net.
I got hooked, sir.
This game requires a shootout.
Listen to this.
Unbelievable.
And here we go. Kotelik on Conklin. Score! No!
Advantage, Buffalo.
Yeah!
Letang backhand and scores!
A fin to get off to the backhand. Saved by Conklin.
If they can score here, Sidney Crosby brings the house down.
This is unbelievable. Everyone standing.
Sidney Crosby for the win.
Score! Penguins win!
That was a great experience all in all. You know, as players, you go out there and play and hope that people enjoy it. And an atmosphere like this, I think anyone, not even just the average fan watching, has to be interested in something like that. It's a pretty unbelievable experience, and we all feel pretty lucky.
If you think of all the things that could go wrong on a game like that,
I need my hot chocolate and I need a shower.
for the little snow to be falling down and to see the poster boy of the National Hockey League bouncing the puck up on his stick, and the fact that it ended in a shootout, it was just Hollywood, as Hollywood could be.
We had a lot to be happy about, but most importantly, we are winning. A lot.
They've now won 8 in a row, 10 out of 12. They are on fire.
The Winter Classic was our 4th straight, part of a streak where we won 8 in a row and 18 of 24. Most importantly, we were playing as a team and overcoming adversity. With injuries piling up, we were answering the call.
Ty Conklin with his second shutout in the last 4 games.
Conk stepped up big when Flower went down with an ankle injury. Gary Roberts was out with a broken leg, Max Talbot with an ankle, Mark Eaton with a knee. But we battled, and by mid-January, we were playing our best hockey.
Sid's on his way off the ice here. He's being helped off the ice, down the Penguins runway. Seems to be in a boatload of pain. Ay, ay, ay.
Hockey is a fast sport, and you never know what can happen on any play.
Sid to the backhand, a shot on the save made by Holmquist, and Sid crashed into the boards. That's about as hard as we've seen him go in there. He normally can stop himself, but he gets up very gingerly here.
My left foot hit the boards and went up, and my right foot kind of stuck. I got my ankle caught underneath, and I knew something wasn't right. You can tell when you're hurt, and I knew I was. I just hoped it wasn't too serious.
Watching it on TV like everyone else. It was early in the first period, and I seen him go in the boards, and right away I knew something was wrong. I knew it was serious. Like sick to my stomach, really.
He's hurting his right leg.
You know, you saw him go into the boards, and you watched the replays, and you thought, did he break his leg? Did he tear up his knee?
He's limping his way off. He's not going to be able to start this power play.
One of our game watchers yelled, Crosby's hurt. Beep. The radar just goes up when you hear those two words.
Sidney Crosby has been outstanding and really turning things on as Penguins have won 9 of the last 10 games. However, against Tampa Friday night, the unthinkable when it comes to Penguin fans.
It's a huge loss. He's the heart, he's our leader. A lot of guys are going to have to pick up their games and contribute the best that they can. We're going to have to battle through.
The initial response was, in the next X amount of weeks, for the next X amount of games, how many will they have to win just to make the playoffs and be the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference?
I got hurt on a play I've made 1,000 times. It was the first time in my career I had a major injury. There was a bit of fear of the unknown, but I was determined to get back as soon as possible.
But when we find out that he was going to be out for a long time, you know, as hard as it was a moment for a whole team to regroup all together and to show everybody that, you know what, we have to pick up our game to be able to stay where we were, because we're almost in first place, and wanted to show everybody that we're more than a one-man team.
Racing in after is Malkin. Can he get it to the empty net? Malkin backhands the puck and scores! Malkin finishes it off and puts an exclamation point on a spectacular performance here tonight in Montreal.
It was great the team was succeeding without me. There was a new hero every night, but one guy really stood out.
Gets it back, a shot, he scores! Evgeny Malkin with another one.
I was happy for him. I was happy to see him get more recognition because he's a great player. It was eating me up not being out there. The mental aspect of being hurt is tougher than the physical.
It was tough for him to watch from the owner's box. We sat together a few games, and you could see he was not very comfortable to be up there. He wants to be down and compete and be the best.
I've been rattled, even yesterday. I slept yesterday, but last night I was just like... Like I told the doctors, just tell me what to do. That's basically the way I want it to be. I always measure myself on the ice, and I have to keep pushing to keep myself mentally sane.
You know, the only advice I gave him was to really be patient. You're going to have a long career. You're only 20 years old, so another week or two is not going to change the way people see you at the end of your career.
He had to stay home when the guys run road trips. He stay home, be by himself. He just missed the whole atmosphere, the environment of being around the team and being the captain and then seeing the team win and not be part of that. It was kind of hard on him a bit.
They say you don't know what you have until it's gone, and that's the truth. Rehabbing alone made me realize how much fun being around the guys was all season.
He's not the same unless he's in the rink. Like, he's more at home in a rink than anywhere else, and I don't know, you can see it on his face when he's playing hockey, practicing, or anything. Like, that's where he wants to be, and with that comes hanging out with guys.
Oh, Sid is awesome, you know. You can never say he's the superstar on the team. He's just one of us. He fits right in the group.
Ah, like it like that. She's working that thing. He went like this.
How was your practice today, Sid?
Great, thanks for asking. How was yours?
It was good.
Good. Go. No, slow motion for me. Slow motion.
How was the ice today?
Felt pretty good. It felt pretty quick. I'm the worst singer in the league. Look quick out there, Danny.
Look pretty good out
there. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
He messes around, he has fun, he doesn't take himself too seriously at all, and he has a good time with all of us, whether it be pulling pranks or giving each other grief about little things.
You guys okay up there? Got some good rest?
Look at those things, they're hiked right up.
Easy day for you, Flower?
We have pretty good beaking sessions in the room, and that makes it fun. You know, every morning at the rink, you know, you get there and you can laugh about stuff.
We rip him about everything as hard as we can. Anytime we get an inch, we take it, and I think he likes it.
And just beat him about his huge lips or his huge ass. Can I say ass on camera?
Like, he knows line for line, like Friends episodes and things like that. Like, come on, buddy. But he's getting pretty good. It's really bothering me at coming back with better comebacks on us. So he used to just kind of take it and laugh. But now he's like getting a little more feisty.
How many times has Bugsy played hockey outside? Look at you. You a bag of milk? You played deck hockey inside in Pittsburgh all the time. You never played once on a lake. I would own you on the pond.
He's gonna come back with the greasy hair or the ugly mustache.
I was looking for you guys. Hi, guy! Fourth man!
You can't forget that the guy is 20 years old. He's still a kid, and obviously he's gonna do stuff that normal kids does.
You guys come here. Okay, now I'm ready. All I know is my cup hasn't once got in the right spot yet. My jock's everywhere.
Well, Sidney Crosby is walking naked behind the camera right now, but
I thought you were shooting. I can't push that other way.
He's always in the middle of it, and you know, that's really what you want your captain to be, you know, just to be part of the group.
We do this for fun all the time.
Hanging with the guys is one of the best parts of the game. But this is still a business. We're in the business of winning, and every year the trade deadline is the day when you can load up for a deep playoff run.
All right, we have breaking news on the guy we've been waiting for all day, Marian Hossa. Now, we've heard Ottawa, Montreal all day, a late entry, Pittsburgh. What do you got?
Pittsburgh Penguins acquire Hossa for Esposito, Armstrong, and Christensen.
I think like everybody else, I was stunned when the Penguins traded for Marian Hossa. There was really no clue of it. Even Ray Shero, the general manager, said they really weren't even in the Hossa game until, you know, whatever, a couple hours before the deadline, and still not seriously until right before the deadline.
They opened about as much of the vault as they could because Esposito was a prospect. They had a draft pick in there. Colby Armstrong was the guy that played alongside Sid for half a season when Colby was first called up from Wilkes-Barre Scranton. He was important to Sid, and he was also important to the team, I think, because of the hitting and also because of the pizzazz that he brought to the team.
I was really bummed when I found out one of my best friends was leaving the team. At the same time, it was exciting to get a sniper like Marian Hossa, not to mention Hal Gill and Pascal Dupuis. I was even more anxious to now rejoin the team.
Sidney Crosby returns to the ice tonight.
It was like Christmas on March 4th this morning when we found out that Sidney Crosby would once again be taking the ice for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
He's the NHL's reigning MVP and scoring champion, and he's back in the lineup this evening.
How close to being Sidney Crosby is Sidney Crosby? What would you say we would see, Sidney, or are you going to find out yourself?
I haven't played a game in a month and a half. I haven't practiced with the team in 2 weeks. It's probably going to be a feeling out process and getting timing and things like that back. But I got to kind of depend maybe on me thinking the game a little bit more and reacting and things like that right now.
All right, Stan, thank you very much. Sidney, first and foremost, how does it feel to be back? And are you 100%?
Excited to be back, obviously. Feel as close to 100% as I'm going to get with this injury. It's something that drags on for a while, but I've got time to heal and looking forward to getting back out there.
Sight for sore eyes, Sidney Crosby. Talbot has Crosby going to the net. He's there. Oh, he just poked it wide of the goal underneath the pads of Mike Smith.
Great feed, double.
Sidney Crosby looks fresh. He looks good. His legs look strong.
He's moving that puck all over the place, making some gorgeous passes already.
Hey!
Late pass comes to Crosby through the defense. He's in on goal. He fires. Smith, a big save on Crosby.
I'm going to need a yawning cage tonight for a goal, so make sure you find me.
3:30 to go in the third period. No score in this game.
Quick, quick! Go, go! 3-3!
Here's Crosby swinging in, trying to set it down. They score! And the Pittsburgh Penguins win the game 2-0.
Welcome back, buddy. Nice job, Creed.
Sidney, how are you doing? It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you. Oh, wow. Awesome.
Hey, Steve. Great to meet you. Welcome back.
That's my friend.
Seeing Sidney out there, you know, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I've had the honor to watch him play 2 times. You know, both times he just amazes me. Definitely a Sidney Crosby fan. Thank you very much. Take care. Thank you.
See you later. Nice to meet you.
Did you feel like you left a couple points out there? But like you had some good opportunities.
Yeah, had some great chances that I would have loved to put in, and it didn't happen. And you know, sometimes that's the way it goes. Especially like I said, I'm a little rusty right now. I haven't played in a while, and hopefully those will go in eventually.
There you go.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Very good game.
Yeah, love it.
Work on the shooting, man.
Less than a week later, we knew we'd have our hands full against Ovechkin and the Capitals. Another young, strong team battling to make the playoffs.
A mixed crowd here today. It is a sellout, but Pittsburgh's not that far from Washington.
Let's go, Pens! Let's go, Pens! Anytime these two teams get together, it's a marquee matchup. Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin.
3:19 gone. Third period, 2-2 tie. Crosby drops. Given back to him by Malone. Backhander! And that did not find its way through. Under 6.5 to go third period of this tie game.
This really is a Game 7 type mentality right now. Both teams selling out as much as they can.
3/4 of a minute separating them from overtime. Back to Hal Gill. Dealt wide of Crosby. Hooked in front. Paddled away. Score!
Did he shoot that in his own net? He shot that in his own net?
Crosby with 2 goals. And this one is over.
Three days later at the morning skate, something didn't feel right in my ankle. After what I'd just been through, not being able to play, I wasn't about to take any chances. Neither were the doctors. And just like that, after 3 games, I was back on the shelf.
Hey, you know Sid's ankle is hurting. It's a tough injury to play through. But Sid's going to be there when it counts. And he's going to come through when it counts.
I knew the best thing for me and the team was to get my ankle healthy before the playoffs. We were battling the Rangers and Devils for the Atlantic Division title and fighting for the #1 playoff seed with the Canadiens and Senators. I was also dying to get on the ice with Haas. He sprained his knee before I came back, and we hadn't played together yet.
Look at what the Penguins are doing right now without Sid and Hossa, and then think of what might happen with them.
There are the Penguins back. A short-handed chance for Dupuis. He's got Malone with him. Dupuis closes in. The Malone shot. He scores!
I do want to comment about the whole Hossa and Sid thing. I think the Penguins maintenance crew might want to have some extra light bulbs because those are going to be lighting the lamp a lot.
The thing I'm looking forward to, hockey-wise, is Sid and Hossa, both expected to play Sunday at Mellon Arena.
This one would feel nice, boys, huh?
Yeah, boys. Let's make sure we play a north-south game with good puck support. That's going to be a big key out there. Percentage play. No high-risk play. Don't want to turn the puck over against that team. We got a lot of triple defensively. So managing the puck's going to be crucial out there.
Root, Stalzy, TK, Brooksy, Gaunch. Come on, boys.
Guys ready? Let's go, boys. Come on. There.
The Penguins have been invincible at home in the month of March.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. First place on the line here. Let's go, eh?
They could be the Eastern Conference leaders with a victory.
We got something to play for here. Let's go.
Heads up!
Come on. Get them through. Get them through.
Backman with a biscuit now at the face-off right side. Look out, and a heavy shot by Yager. Stop. Rebound score. The Rangers get the opening goal. Dubinski gets the rebound, and they lead 1-0.
Get right back, boys.
Past the halfway point of the first.
Shorter passes, boys. Shorter passes, all right?
Curling as Crosby fed one in front. We couldn't get it. Score! Malkin hands to the back. Gonchar dropped one, fed in front on Crosby on a neat pass across, pulled the trigger, but into the pad of Lundqvist. Malkin drive, score!
Back it up a little bit. When we have the puck over here, I want these guys in 2 different lanes, you know? So if Bugsy's up here, then Host will be back door and vice versa, you know? When Host gets it down there too, same thing, pop up, not too high, but on this side, and then make them choose between you or Sid.
Hey! 6.5 gone, second period. In this important game, the Penguins have the lead 2-1.
You kidding me? You be kidding me.
Crosby trying to shake his way through, and it's jabbed away by Lundqvist.
Okay.
Third period. 2-1 Penguins.
Come on, pressure!
A minute 20 to go.
Come on, boys.
Hossa kicks the puck to himself. Out to the right points of Scuderi. Slamper. Glove by Lundqvist. Knocked down. The loose puck around the net. Penguins trying to jam it in. They do it!
By a final score of 3-1. Eastern Conference leaders are the Penguins.
Tanger, you're allowed to move around, eh? I think I know where Tanger is. Oh, God, where is he? Am I being followed? Oh. How did he not die?
There we go. We close the deal. It's over.
Hey, stop beating. Let's go. Come on.
Hey, 2 against 3, 4, nothing.
Usually me and him win, but it's been rough. It's been a rough start. Stalzy's in those bushes. There, you got him. You got him. Oh, there he is. There he is. Setting up for the kill right now. Sniper shot. Oh, nice. Nice. Wow. Yeah, we got a W. Back on track. We should get you guys to go check Danny Sabourin's out, because I think he's hiding a lot. We haven't heard a lot of his name lately on today's game. Go check him out. I bet you he's laying everywhere. Second I see him, I'm blowing the rocket up. Oh, he's right there. Tanger's at the bottom of that thing. Ricky! Always sign. Good. Let's shoot. Back up, guys.
Back up, guys. Thank you. Guys, back up.
Yager's got a backhander stop by Fleury. Knocked to the net off the Penguins. No goal. There is no goal again.
But I mean, he wouldn't wave it right away like that if he didn't see it. They would have showed the replay too. Hey, ask him if he wants me to win it to him or win it to you. Hey! Wait. Oh, he slashed. Back again? Oh, I mean,
10-13 to go in the third. Here are the Pens cruising up. Malone in front under Talbot. He shoots and scores as Max Talbot ties it for the Penguins.
It's not like I'm coming back from an injury in November. I'm coming when, you know, the games are pretty intense and pretty physical. I'm not where I want to be, and that's to be expected. And you know, it's not something I want to get too frustrated over. It's just patience, and it's kind of a difficult situation because I guess time isn't necessarily on my side. We only have 2 games left before the playoffs start, so I have to make the most out of the games I play and my practice time.
Yager behind the net, centers. Drury has it, he fires, and he scores! Wes Drury! It's a power play goal. The Rangers win in overtime.
Last night we came away with 1 point, but that's not really good enough. I think we got to make sure that, you know, those are the kind of games, especially on the road, that are really big tests, and we got to find ways to win those. We're going to the Dapper Dan. It's like a big charity event here in Pittsburgh, and you know, they have a lot to do with the Boys and Girls Club and local charities. And tonight there's like 5 or 6 really good games, big games on. Probably won't be thinking about mingling as much, but you don't want to take it for granted, and you know, especially the ones here in Pittsburgh that, you know, are so important to the city and such a huge honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the next one, and he is ours, and he is the 2007 Dapper Dan Sportsman of the Year, Sidney Crosby.
First off, I'd just like to thank the Dapper Dan charities, along with the fans who voted. It's very humbling to be up here again this year. Looking back at, you know, the last few months, it's been tough, and I can't thank the people enough here for the support they've given me. It really means a lot. We're looking forward to hopefully a long playoff run here, and it's something we're all excited for. And congratulations to all the award winners and nominees here tonight. Thank you.
Hossa to Sergei Gonchar. Malone's in front of the net. Crosby, shot, score! Yeah, and Sidney likes that goal. He loves to celebrate in that particular instance as the Pittsburgh Penguins tie it at 2. Here's Malkin to the goal, shot, score! Malkin finds the 5-hole under on. It's a power play goal, making it 3-2 Pittsburgh. The fans are standing, and why not? Because these Pittsburgh Penguins are the 2007-2008 Atlantic Division champions. The Penguins have won the division title for the first time since 1998. And the first time ever that they've won the Atlantic Division title, Bob. What an accomplishment.
4 days later, we had a chance to clinch the #1 seed. But we came up short against our cross-state rival. Still, I was confident we had a shot at the cup as we headed into the playoffs. We played really strong down the stretch. Guys like Gino, Flower, Bugsy, Witter were playing their best hockey of the season.
And one more, we'll be all set. Good.
The push to the Stanley Cup begins on FSN. It's deja vu as the Pens face the Senators again in the first round of the playoffs, this time with a different result. Coverage begins Friday at 6.
Hello again, everybody.
everybody. I'm Paul Steigerwald along with Bob Airy. What a difference a year makes for these two clubs. A total role reversal, Bob.
Yeah, home ice for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Penguins had 16 players last year. No Stanley Cup experience on their roster. This year, they are experienced a little bit more. And the big deal to me, the big difference is the Penguins come in healthy. Last year, Sidney Crosby, he had a cracked bone in his foot. This year, he's healthy. Roberts is back. Marc-Andre Fleury is back. But for the Ottawa Senators, missing all their top guys.
One-on-one battles.
There's no doubt we all learned a lot from last year's loss. But that didn't mean this year's series against Ottawa was going to be easy. The playoffs are a whole new season. We need to raise our level of play to win.
Malkin to the left side with Sikora trailing. Malkin's got it to Sikora. Hey! Shoots and scores! And he is smiling like a butcher's dog. Crosby, turn, wheel and deal. Put her toward the front of the net. Backhander by Hossa. Stop. Well, pick up by Malone. He's got it. He comes around and scores. And Ryan Malone has given the Penguins a 4-3 lead with 1 minute and 2 seconds left.
Everything just seemed to click. We dominated on defense. And Flower played big in net.
Clear shot. Great save by Fleury. An unbelievable save by Marc-Andre Fleury.
Before we knew it, we were on the brink of a sweep and avenging last year's loss to the Senators.
Bench Crosby has it. He'll come to center. He has a chance for an empty netter. He shoots and scores. And the kitchen is closed. The Pittsburgh Penguins will win this series.
The victory was awesome, but we weren't satisfied. Our sights were set on a championship. Standing in our way was a very familiar, very aggressive team, the New York Rangers.
Go, boys. Come on, Black. Hit him.
Get ready! When I'm coming in second, can you make sure he doesn't set up after I get my stick down? Because that's the whole point of coming in second.
They spin it on the center to the quick-moving Avery. Back into the Pens in. Shooting the puck and scoring. 3-0 New York. And the Rangers strike again.
If you're thinking about a 3-goal comeback, I know that Penguins fans here at Mellon Arena are. The Pens did not come back from a 3-goal deficit in any game this season. On the move quickly. Stahl or route to goalmouth. Penguins home!
And that's a big goal for the Penguins to get them back in the game.
Here's Crosby, the Pens over to Dupuis. He shoots and scores, and just like that, it's 3-2. Below to the Penguins in the Rangers zone, behind the net. To Hossa, trying to step out. Instead, he goes to Scuderi, back to Hossa, put it in front. It deflects in. The Penguins have tied the game.
After a tough start, we were feeling confident, and our offense was rolling. The Rangers couldn't stop us at home. Or in New York.
Crosby gets the puck. Onto the right side to Dupuis, who's on his off wing. Rangers in front to Crosby, and redirects left. Rebound, score!
Yes! That's it, buddy. Quick! Go, get him! 5 seconds. Wheel! Stay, Talbot, stay!
4-3 lead for the Penguins here in the third.
Malkin taking a rare draw, wins it. A shot by Letang, score!
And the Penguins have a 5-3 lead. Oh, hallelujah, Hollywood.
This is an incredible run you're on, Sidney. Are even you surprised that you've started the playoffs 7-0?
Yeah, you never expect that. And every time you go into a series, you prepare for a long one and you take it a game at a time. But I think we've done a good job of, playing the game and then, erasing it and focusing on the next one.
New York came back 2 days later to win Game 4. I give them a lot of credit for not quitting, but that wasn't going to stop us. We had a chance to clinch the series at home.
12:57 to go in the first overtime. For Dupuis, passing to Crosby, back to Dupuis. Trying to go back to Crosby, instead of going to Hossa. Hey, shoots and scores! Marian Hossa with the game winner! And the Pittsburgh Penguins have defeated the New York Rangers 3-2. And ladies and gentlemen,
To win like we did was amazing. These fans have waited so long for a winner, and we hope to give them something to cheer about for the next month or so.
Let me get in the mirror so you can get a picture of me looking good in the mirror somewhere. Ready? Yep. Let's go. Yeah, I'm nervous. Trina's gonna get sick in a minute.
I'll be okay after the first shift.
Yeah, I just kind of walk over to the rink. This is what I do normally every game. It's probably a Philadelphia fan. You always get rowdy at the games. I know you do. Hi there. Now I'll go this way. I'm gonna change things up. Hi. They got some tickets here for Crosby. They're from Ariel.
My parents have seen me play a lot of games, but this was unlike any other. We were set to battle our in-state rivals, the Philadelphia Flyers, for the Eastern Conference Championship. They were a tough, rugged team that had upset the Washington Capitals and top-seeded Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, bury him! Hey!
Try and interfere a little bit, and hopefully the D will walk to the middle, tip to you for a one-timer off the wall. Hey!
Hey, they're coming hard, D, Kobe. They're coming hard. When that pass goes D to D to you, hey, Steph, they come back across.
Hey!
Olsen, puck for Crosby. Sidney Crosby ties it for the Penguins. Oh, stop the press. This one's got a long way to go. It's Sidney Crosby with a goal. On the left wing, Briere trying to make a pass. He's out of gas. Hossa hits him. Gonchar lead past the Malkin behind everybody again with a chance in on goal. Slapper. Hey! Shoots and scores. Evgeny Malkin. A short-handed goal. And the Penguins lead 4-2.
As the horn sounds, ending 60 minutes. And Pittsburgh prevails in Game 1 by the final score of 4-2.
I give it to you here, you're coming across, he's going to have to check it, give it to you, you come this way, this D is going to come across with you, I'll come underneath you, you just need to drop it, and then it's a 2-on-1. Any empty net, you just got to advance it, just keep the puck going forward, he's the open guy with speed, you know.
Surprisingly, the conference final was like the rest of our series. Every aspect of our game was clicking, especially our D, and we were up 3-1 against Philadelphia.
Talbot back to Hossa, just beyond his reach. Crosby looking for the puck. Hossa too. Hossa cranking towards the net block. Here's Crosby to Hossa. He shoots and scores. Crosby sets up Marian Hossa, and the Penguins have a 3-0 lead. Shoot the puck. Hossa patiently dekes a little bit past the center point to Gonchar. Wrist shot deflected in. Right in front. Malone and Crosby were there. Teaming it behind the net. Lost the puck. The Penguins step out in front. Slow with a backhander. He shoots and scores. Hockey game and defeat the Flyers, winning the series 4-1. 1 second left, and it's all over. And you can hop in the Cordova, baby. We're going dancing with Lord Stanley.
Commissioner of the National Hockey League is going to present the Prince of Wales Trophy to Sidney Crosby.
Sidney, could you have really believed when you first slipped on that Penguins jersey on July 30th, 2005, that less than 3 years later, you'd be going to the Stanley Cup final at the age of 20?
No, probably not. You look at the second half of my first year, a lot of our first years, and it was pretty difficult, but we've come a long way, and We've worked hard for it and earned it, and this is a great opportunity for us all.
Sidney Crosby arrives in Detroit, the face of the game, ready to make his debut on the game's grandest stage. Just how focused is Sidney Crosby? Consider this, his father and his agent are trying to make out his summer schedule. You know, vacation, training, commercials, appearances. Crosby refuses to make any plans. In fact, he won't even let them talk to him about anything beyond the Stanley Cup final. While Crosby focuses on the Red Wings, the hockey world focuses on Crosby.
We were 4 wins away from the Stanley Cup. 4 wins from achieving our ultimate dream. 4 wins from everything we play for.
Hey, 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 hey!
Detroit had a great team. They played hard and smart, and it was frustrating. We couldn't get much going. We were shut out twice to start the series. Heading home for Game 3, we still believed in ourselves. There was so much passion in the building.
Bengals starting to get a little pressure now. They've had the last 3 shots here against the Red Wings. Crosby does a Hossa wrist shot. Blocked. Crosby in front. He scores! Crosby gets the goal! The Penguins have scored! And can I get a witness? It is Sidney Crosby!
He just has this inner-driven self, probably at as high a level as I've ever seen in any young player to want to succeed.
There it is, Crosby! He gets the goal! His second!
You're not going to find too many guys that care about winning as much as he does.
And the Penguins are back in this series by a final score of 3-2.
I think he puts it on his own shoulders. I think he considers it a reflection upon himself how this team does. He's very focused on taking this team to the next level.
We won Game 3, then lost Game 4, setting up a must-win Game 5, and the longest night of my life.
14-10 to go, third overtime period. Next goal wins. Sikora fires one, and that ricocheted off the referee. Back to Sikora again, and a shot. He scores!
Sicky's goal was unbelievable. 3 overtimes, the drama with the season on the line. It was an emotional roller coaster.
He played me more than I've ever played in 3 years here.
I saw you straight legging to the match.
My goal was to get past our blue line.
We were tired and we were drained. We couldn't wait to get back home for Game 6.
We welcome you inside Mellon Arena for Game 6 of the 2008 Stanley Cup Final. The Red Wings can clinch with a win tonight as they lead the series 3-2.
Detroit countered a lot of what we did. We were running out of time.
Heads up!
Pittsburgh can't even get the puck out of their zone.
The Red Wings seem to be everywhere.
You can see the frustration, too, the way Crosby's playing. Pittsburgh looks like the tired team.
But we never quit. Another late goal gave us life. Then, one last rush.
6 seconds left.
I wanted the puck. Gino made a great pass. It seemed like the puck danced around the goal forever.
A last effort, no!
That was close. Inches, really, and we just couldn't get that one to send it back.
Good job, Sidney. Power play here. Congratulations.
Well, I don't think anybody likes to lose.
Excellent series, Sid. Good job.
We've come a long way, but we came here to win, so it's still tough. All season long we battled, and all playoff long. You know, they're a great group, and it's been a good ride.
Sidney Crosby is so many things.
Sidney Crosby is a winner.
Sidney Crosby is breathtaking.
Sidney Crosby is a godsend to Pittsburgh hockey.
Sidney Crosby is a rock star.
the ultimate 360-degree package as a hockey player.
We see a lot of players come into the league, and they are worried about other things. Sidney Crosby is all about winning, and really everything else is secondary.
What separates Sidney Crosby from the rest of the players is his work ethic. I don't think there's anybody in the National Hockey League that works harder than he does, shift after shift.
He's such an amazing player, but you kind of forget that he's a normal kid. He likes to have fun. He's a great guy to be around and be friends with.
Can you hear that?
He's the heartbeat of the Penguins, and he's the heartbeat of the Pittsburgh hockey fan.
You need a face to sell your league, and he is that face. Sidney Crosby is the NHL.
Sidney Crosby is. I've often wondered that myself. Everybody thinks about who they are. Sidney Crosby is someone people can count on. Sidney Crosby is someone who cares about his family, his friends, his teammates. Sidney Crosby is a 21-year-old hockey player. He's a work in progress. He's someone who doesn't settle for second place. One thing Sidney Crosby is not is a Stanley Cup champion. But hopefully one day he will be. One day.
Sid is very particular, probably more particular than any other player in our locker room. All his gear is customized, his skates are special, his sticks are special, and Sid's not picky, but he likes it a certain way. Sid is very superstitious in certain areas, and Sid likes to have his sticks in his stall when he gets here. Sid's been wearing these custom shoulder pads by RBK for 3 seasons now. You can't put Sid sticks when we're on the road next to the goalie sticks. They always have to be separate from the goalies. He's been wearing this cup since he was, I think, pre-Rimouski. We use Loctite in his screws so that he doesn't hear a clicking sound. This pad was put on by his trainer in Rimouski. You can see it still has a blue wire tie on there. And you can see that it looks like Frankenstein's face on there. Another little quirk with Sid is this is the 2007-2008 model of his hat. He likes his steel changed every 2 weeks. Every time he makes an adjustment to this, we have to keep a piece of the original cup. He uses a 2-piece stick still, so every day he'll change his blades for practice and for games. I found out the hard way last year when he had an all-black RBK hat, and I said, Sid, that thing's starting to look a little raunchy. It's got sweat stains. Can I throw that in the wash? And he looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, don't touch the hat. He, again, is a creature of habit and does not want to switch. I was like, Sid, you just want a new cup? And I learned early, you can't just switch things on, Sid. You have to repair them or make adjustments. And that's what we've been doing with his cup.